Imagine living in a place with long, cold, rainy and dark winters. It could make anyone feel a bit blue, right? Well, that's the story of where I live. But guess what? I've got some secrets to share about how I made winter something special, and I think it could help you find your place in it. The first thing I did was to change my perception of winter. Instead of seeing it as a grim and gloomy season, I chose to view the grey skies as a comforting blanket, beneath which I could create my own sunshine. The key to this transformation was embracing the cold, not battling it. To do this, I decided to create a cozy environment for myself, a haven where the chill of winter couldn't touch me. I started by getting cozy, really cozy. You know that feeling when you're wrapped up in a blanket, sipping on a piping hot cup of tea and everything feels just right? That's what I aimed for, but all the time. I lit up candles in my room, their warm glow turning the space into a treasure chest of gold. The flickering lights danced against the walls, casting shadows that danced and swirled, turning the room into a magical, warm sanctuary. But warmth isn't just about what you can feel on your skin, it's about what you consume too. So I drank lots of hot cocoa. The aroma wafting from the cup was reminiscent of the holidays, of laughter, of joy, of good times. And then there were my clothes. I made sure I was always clad in the softest, warmest attire I could find. Fuzzier than a kitten's socks were my constant companions, their softness a comforting touch against the harsh winter cold. But embracing the cold wasn't just about staying warm physically, it was about creating a sense of warmth that permeated through everything I did, every moment I lived. It was about creating my own little world where winter couldn't make me shiver, a world where I was the master of my own warmth. This wasn't just about staying warm. It was like creating my own little world where winter couldn't make me shiver. Then there was my mind, which is like the boss of how you feel. You see, the mind is a powerful tool. It can turn a dreary, cold room into a cozy nook filled with warmth and comfort. It's all about perspective, about deciding how to see the world around you. Imagine your mind as a radio station. You can choose to tune into the woe is me frequency where everything is cold, dark and gloomy. Or you can switch channels to the life is beautiful frequency, where even the coldest winter days have their charm. It's the channel where the frost on the windows turns into intricate patterns of nature's own design, where the sound of rain against the window is a soothing lullaby. And how do you maintain that positive frequency, you ask? Well, there are a couple of ways. One way is by immersing yourself in good books and music. Books have this magical ability to transport you to different worlds where winter is but a distant thought. They introduce you to characters who become your friends, making you feel less alone. And music, music, it's like a warm blanket for the soul. Whether it's an upbeat tune that makes you want to dance or a soothing melody that calms your heart, music has a way of changing the atmosphere, making the cold a little more bearable. Another way to maintain that positive frequency is by nurturing indoor plants. Now you might be wondering, what do plants have to do with winters? Well, a lot, actually. Indoor plants are a reminder that life persists even in the harshest conditions. They add a touch of green to your surroundings, breaking the monotony of the white and grey outside. Plus, taking care of them, watching them grow, gives you a sense of responsibility, a purpose. And that can be incredibly uplifting. So remember, your mind is the boss of how you feel. It holds the power to transform your winter experience from something you dread to something you cherish. I grew plants in my room to remind me that green and growing things are always around, even when it's grey outside. I also learned something super important. Sharing time with friends and family is like the best blanket ever. You see, these moments of togetherness, of shared laughter and tales, they're like a warm hearth in the heart of winter. There's a certain magic in the air when you gather with your loved ones, playing games, sharing stories, creating memories. And that magic, it's like a spark that lights up even the darkest winter night. Imagine sitting around a table, the room filled with the comforting aroma of a hearty stew, the air punctuated by laughter, the clink of cutlery, the murmur of conversations. It's like the winter chill is kept at bay by the warmth of these moments, by the joy of simply being together. And the laughter is the sweetest melody, a song that warms the soul, a tune that turns the cold winter into a beautiful dance. But the companionship, it's not just about the laughter and stories, it's also about the food. food. Yes, the food. Good food has a power all its own. The kitchen becomes a sanctuary, a place where the chill of winter is replaced by the warmth of the oven, where the darkness outside is dispelled by the golden glow of the stove. The act of cooking itself, it's like a dance, a rhythmic ballet of chopping, stirring, tasting. It's a dance that nourishes not just the body, but the soul, and the meals. Oh, the meals are like spells, each ingredient a magic word, each dish a potion. Hearty stews that warm you from within, soups that are like liquid sunshine, baking that fills the house with the scent of sweetness and spice. Each bite is a reminder that even in the heart of winter, there is warmth, there is comfort, there is joy. And when you share these meals, these spells with your loved ones, the magic multiplies. It spreads, it grows, it envelops everyone in a cozy cocoon of warmth and happiness. So in the midst of winter, remember this: companionship and good food, they're more than just a way to pass the time. They're a way to transform the winter, to turn the cold and the dark into something beautiful, something joyful. It's like I was a wizard, and every meal was a spell to keep me glowing from the inside out. I couldn't forget to move around either. Even when it was super cold, I'd dance in my room or do a bit of yoga. It's easy to fall into the habit of hibernating during the colder months, but maintaining physical activity is crucial. It's not just about staying fit, it's about keeping the blood flowing, warming the body from the inside out, and releasing those endorphins, your body's natural mood lifters. It's like adding a dollop of sunshine to your day, right from the comfort of your living room. Consider this: every step you take, every stretch you make is a message to winter saying, you can't freeze me, I'm alive, I'm moving, I'm dancing to my own rhythm. And the best part, you don't need to run a marathon or hit the gym. Simple activities like dancing to your favorite song, practicing yoga, or even doing household chores can get your heart pumping and your spirits soaring. Now, let's talk about light. Light, especially sunlight, plays a pivotal role in keeping our spirits high during the chilly season. During winter, the days are shorter, and sunlight becomes a precious commodity. So when the sun peeks out, it's like the universe is throwing a party and you're invited. Make the most of those golden moments. If it's too cold to go outside, sit by a window and let the natural light wash over you. It's not just about the warmth, it's about the brightness, the feeling of life and energy that sunlight brings. It's like the sun is whispering, hey, I'm here, you're not alone. Sunlight doesn't just make things bright, it also triggers the production of vitamin D in our bodies, which is essential for maintaining a positive mood. So by soaking up the sun, you're literally fueling your happiness. And when the sun sets, don't let the darkness creep in. Keep your surroundings bright and cheerful. Use lamps, fairy lights, or candles to create a warm and cozy atmosphere. Remember, light is not just about visibility, it's about setting the mood, creating an ambience that says, even in the darkness, there's a glow. The sunlight didn't just make things bright, it felt like it was cheering up my heart too. So keep moving, keep shining, and remember, winter is just a season. You are a force of nature, full of warmth and light. Then there was being here and now, mindfulness it's called. It's all about appreciating the present moment, embracing the chill in the air, the quietness of the world blanketed in snow. It's about feeling the warmth of the teacup in your hands, hearing the crackle of the fireplace, and simply being present in that instant, soaking in the tranquility. Now, let's talk about creativity. Creativity comes alive during these quiet moments. It's like a flame that burns brighter in the darkness. I found myself sketching, painting, writing, even knitting. Each stroke, each word, each stitch was a testament to my spirit, a declaration that I was more than the cold outside. It was as if I was sculpting my own sunshine, weaving my very own tapestry of warmth. And the best part, with every creation, I was telling myself a beautiful story of resilience and joy. Every time I created something, it was like whispering to myself, hey, we got this. We're making magic here. Dreaming about the future was my final trick. Planning fun stuff for spring was like planting little seeds in the ground and in my mind. As the winter months roll on, it's easy to feel like they will never end. But just as every winter gives way to spring, so too does every dark day bring us closer to the light. Looking forward to the future doesn't mean wishing away the present. It's about acknowledging that the cold, the dark, they're temporary. It's about embracing the beauty of now, while also holding space for the beauty yet to come. It's about dreaming of the first blooms of spring, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the longer days filled with laughter and light. And as you dream, you begin to plan. You imagine the picnics in the park, the walks along the beach, the garden you'll plant. You look forward to the joy these future moments will bring, and it makes the winter feel a little less cold, a little less dark. Planning fun stuff for spring was like planting little seeds in the ground and in my mind, knowing they'd grow into something beautiful. So that's my recipe for beating the winter blues. Embrace the cold, decide your mindset, cherish companionship and good food, understand the importance of movement and light, practice mindfulness, and let your creativity flow. And don't forget the power of dreaming about the future. Remember, the real warmth comes from the happy, shiny stuff you build in your heart. It's all about mixing these ingredients together to create your own winter wonderland. Winter's not so tough when you know how to make your own sparkle.